You won't believe this. Fans are still in shock over the wild story that's been hidden for years. What if we told you that one of rap's biggest icons, Eminem, almost found himself in a life-threatening situation, caught in the crossfire of one of the most notorious crews in hip-hop history, Ja Rule's crew? Yeah, you heard that right. The rumors have been swirling for decades, but today, we're breaking it down like never before. Sources close to the scene claim that emotions ran high, loyalties were tested, and lives were on the line. Eminem, known for his lyrical genius and fearless attitude, was allegedly cornered in a situation that could have changed rap history forever. And just when things were about to spiral out of control, none other than 50 Cent stepped in. That's right. The man who would later dominate charts and redefine the rap game allegedly pulled Eminem out of a dangerous mess that could have ended everything before it even began. Fans are shocked, the rap community is divided, and the truth is stranger than fiction. Stay with us as we unravel the heated confrontations, the secret alliances, and the explosive drama that the mainstream media never dared to cover. It all started in the early 2000s, a time when the hip-hop world was raw, unpredictable, and fueled by street codes. Eminem, already skyrocketing to superstardom, had fans across the globe mesmerized by his razor-sharp lyrics and unapologetic persona. But behind the scenes, the streets whispered stories of rivalries, threats, and near-death experiences that would shock even the most hardcore fans. One name kept popping up in these whispers: Ja Rule's crew. According to insiders, a miscommunication at a Detroit show had ignited an unprecedented feud. Eminem allegedly insulted a member of Ja Rule's inner circle during a backstage encounter. And while it seemed like typical rap bravado, things escalated fast. Sources claim that the insult was overheard and twisted into something far more serious. By the end of the night, tensions were high, and Eminem's safety was reportedly in jeopardy. Imagine the scene. Eminem surrounded by his team, pacing backstage as the air crackled with tension. "Yo, we've got a problem," one of his security team murmured, eyes darting to the shadows. "They're not gonna let this slide." Eminem, always composed but clearly uneasy, ran a hand through his hair. "I've dealt with beef before," he said, trying to steady the rising fear, "but something feels different this time." Meanwhile, word of the brewing conflict had reached 50 Cent, who at that time was still carving his path in the industry, but already had a reputation for fearlessness. According to insiders, 50 Cent caught wind of the threat while in a studio session, his instincts screaming that his friend was in danger. Without hesitation, he put everything on hold and made his way to Detroit. Fans are shocked by reports that 50 Cent's arrival wasn't just casual support, it was strategic. Eyewitnesses recall him storming into Eminem's hotel with a sense of urgency that could cut through steel. "You don't know what you're walking into if you go out there," 50 reportedly said, his eyes scanning every corner of the room. Eminem, initially skeptical, felt the tension in the air and realized this was no ordinary showdown. "Are you serious?" he asked, the gravity of the situation sinking in, but the danger didn't stop there. Sources claim that Ja Rule's crew had laid a trap, planning to intercept Eminem after the show. Fans are still trying to wrap their heads around the audacity. Imagine the adrenaline, the fear, and the paranoia. Eminem reportedly stayed glued to the hotel, refusing to leave even for meals, while 50 Cent coordinated with his own contacts to neutralize the threat. "We can't let them get to him," 50 said in a tense phone call to a close associate. "Not now, not ever." Emotions ran high as the night unfolded. Security teams argued over the best approach, tempers flared, and the family, the close-knit circle around Eminem, was left divided. Some believed confrontation was inevitable, while others urged caution. "We can't risk it," a member of Eminem's team pleaded. "This isn't just a fight. It's life or death." Eminem, ever the calculated thinker, realized the stakes were higher than any rap battle. "Then we play it smart," he said, tension etched on his face. Adding fuel to the fire, fans online were already sensing something dramatic was brewing. Forums and fan pages were buzzing with speculation, conspiracy theories, and wild predictions. Some claimed Eminem was on the verge of quitting, while others speculated that a legendary intervention was about to happen. Little did the world know, the real drama was unfolding far from the cameras, hidden in the shadows of Detroit's nightlife. By the end of the night, the stage was set for a confrontation that could have changed rap history. Eminem's life hung in the balance, the streets were alive with rumors, and only one man seemed prepared to step into the chaos: 50 Cent. The night air in Detroit was thick with tension, a heavy mix of rain, exhaust fumes, and adrenaline. Word had spread fast. Eminem was cornered, vulnerable, and Ja Rule's crew was closing in. Fans are still shocked by reports of what happened next, because the streets weren't just whispering about a confrontation. They were whispering about a full-blown disaster waiting to happen. But 50 Cent, ever fearless and calculated, wasn't about to let that happen. Sources claim 50 Cent arrived at the hotel with a small team of trusted allies, faces set in stone, eyes scanning for any sign of danger. "We move smart, we move fast," he reportedly said, whispering into a phone while peering out a rain-streaked window. The crew nodded, tension vibrating in the air. Outside, headlights flashed through the pouring rain, and rumors have it that Ja Rule's men were already in position, thinking they had the upper hand. Inside, Eminem paced the suite, nervous energy radiating off him like electricity. "I don't want trouble, man," he reportedly said, gripping the edge of a table. "I just came here to perform." 50 Cent looked at him, serious and unwavering. "This isn't about performing," he said. "This is about surviving. And I don't let anyone touch my people." Fans are shocked that in that moment, the usually unshakable Eminem actually looked human. Fear ran through him, raw and unfiltered. As the rain pounded the windows, a sudden knock on the door set everyone on edge. 50 Cent's team tensed instantly, hands hovering near concealed weapons. "Stay calm," 50 hissed. The door creaked open just slightly, a shadowy figure peeking through. The tension in the room was unbearable, emotions running high. Fans can only imagine the fear, the adrenaline, the stakes. "We know you're in there," the shadow reportedly said in a taunting voice. "Step out or we come in." Cent's response was swift, his presence dominating the room. "You step 1 foot inside, you won't leave the same way," he reportedly barked, his voice a mix of fury and steel. Behind him, Eminem watched, heart pounding, as 50 Cent took control with a calm but lethal authority. Sources claim that the intimidation worked. Ja Rule's crew didn't expect such a fearless counter, and for a moment, doubt flickered across their faces. But the drama wasn't over. According to insiders, a member of Eminem's team accidentally triggered a minor alarm while moving, sending a loud beep through the suite. The shadows outside stiffened, ready to strike. "Now!" 50 Cent reportedly yelled. In a blur, he and his allies barricaded the doors, grabbed weapons, and positioned themselves strategically. Fans are shocked by claims that it was so close. They could practically hear the heartbeat of danger. Emotions ran high as the standoff stretched into what felt like hours. Eminem, normally the king of cool, reportedly muttered to 50 Cent, "I didn't sign up for this. I just wanted to rap." 50, ever composed, smirked slightly. "You didn't sign up for fame either. But this is the price. And trust me, I've got you." Sources say Eminem nodded, realizing the gravity of what was happening, and the lengths 50 Cent was willing to go to protect him. Meanwhile, on the streets outside, fans and local bystanders reportedly noticed unusual activity. Cars circling, men in dark clothing moving cautiously, whispers of a showdown that could make headlines. Social media, still in its early stages at the time, was ablaze with speculation. But no one knew the full story, because what happened inside that hotel suite would remain one of rap's best-kept secrets. Until now. The standoff took a shocking twist when one of Ja Rule's men reportedly tried to sneak in through a side entrance. 50 Cent, with instincts sharper than ever, spotted the movement immediately. "He's trying to flank us," he reportedly shouted. In a tense cinematic moment, he and his team intercepted the intruder, forcing him back into the shadows. Fans are shocked to learn that the confrontation could have turned deadly in seconds, had it not been for 50 Cent's swift, decisive actions. Then came the verbal showdown, a legendary exchange that insiders say could rival any rap battle in intensity. Through the barricaded doors, voices clashed, accusations flew, and threats escalated. "You think you're untouchable?" one shadowy figure taunted. 50 Cent's calm, icy response reportedly echoed through the suite. "Untouchable? Maybe, but I don't play with people's lives. You step to him, you step to me. And you won't like the outcome." The emotions ran high. Fans are shocked that words alone almost prevented a physical altercation. Eminem, witnessing all of this, reportedly felt a mix of fear, gratitude, and admiration. "Man, I owe you my life," he reportedly said to 50 Cent in a hushed moment. 50 Cent, ever stoic, replied, "No debts. just loyalty. That's all that matters. Sources claim that at that moment, the bond between the two was solidified in a way that fans had never fully appreciated before. But just when it seemed the situation had stabilized, a final twist emerged. Ja Rule's crew reportedly called in reinforcements. Unseen figures moving closer, their intentions clear. 50 Cent, now fully aware of the escalation, reportedly made a decision that would change the night entirely. "We move, now get him out," he ordered, and in a cinematic blur of coordination, Eminem was escorted through a back exit, hidden from sight, while 50 Cent and his allies created distractions to ensure no one followed. Fans are shocked to learn that Eminem's escape was so close. It could have failed at any second. By the end of the night, the immediate threat had been neutralized, thanks entirely to 50 Cent's intervention. The drama, the tension, and the near-death experience left everyone shaken. Eminem reportedly collapsed with relief once safe, his family and team rushing to check on him. "You saved me," Eminem reportedly whispered, the weight of the night finally settling in. 50 Cent, in his signature cool, simply nodded. "That's what we do for family." The streets were quiet again, but the story didn't end there. Fans are still talking about this night, the secrets, the standoff, and the heroics that mainstream media never covered. It was a night of high stakes, raw emotions, and life-changing decisions. A night that proved that in the world of rap, loyalty and courage can mean the difference between life and death. The night of the confrontation left Detroit streets buzzing. But inside the rap world, the drama had only just begun. Eminem had been saved, yes. But the aftermath of that fateful night created a storm of betrayal, rumors, and fan hysteria that no one saw coming. Sources claim emotions ran higher than ever, with allegiances questioned, friendships tested, and the rap community left divided. Word leaked somehow that Eminem had narrowly escaped a life-threatening encounter with Ja Rule's crew. Fans were shocked, flooding forums and early social media with disbelief. "Are you serious? Eminem was in danger?" One user reportedly wrote while another typed in all caps, "50 Cent just saved him? WTF." Speculation ran rampant, as details were scarce, but the story's impact was undeniable. The world wanted answers, and insiders were ready to spill them. Inside Eminem's inner circle, tensions were simmering. Some members felt 50 Cent's actions had been reckless. "We almost had him killed," one associate reportedly shouted, pointing fingers at 50 Cent. The room was electric with emotion, the family divided between gratitude and fear. Eminem, trying to maintain composure, reportedly stepped in. "He saved me. That's all that matters," he said, his voice calm but carrying an edge of authority. "We focus on that, not the risk." Meanwhile, Ja Rule's camp reportedly felt humiliated by the events. Insiders claim that word of the failed ambush spread like wildfire, causing heated arguments within the crew. "How did we get played like that?" one member allegedly demanded, slamming a fist on the table. Another reportedly retorted, "We underestimated him. And now the streets know." Fans are shocked that this internal drama, hidden from public view, almost escalated into a full-blown war between the two camps. The betrayal came from unexpected places, too. Sources say a few of Eminem's own associates leaked information to rivals, causing the near trap to be set in the first place. Emotions ran high as accusations flew. "How could you?" Eminem reportedly demanded, voice trembling with anger. "You were supposed to have my back." The guilty parties, caught off guard, reportedly stammered apologies, but the damage was done. Fans are still talking about this moment, wondering how much loyalty truly exists in the ruthless world of hip-hop. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's reputation skyrocketed. Insider sources claim that within days, every major player in the industry was talking about the night he saved Eminem. "That was legendary," one producer reportedly said. "He didn't just protect Eminem, he changed the game." 50 Cent himself remained characteristically low-key, claiming that he did what anyone would for family. But the fans knew better. The story spread like wildfire, cementing 50 Cent as more than just a rising star. He was a protector, a force of nature in the shadows of hip-hop. The drama wasn't confined to those involved either. Fans speculated endlessly about what might have happened if 50 Cent hadn't intervened. Some claimed Eminem could have been seriously injured or worse. Online communities debated for weeks, dissecting every rumor, every leaked snippet of information. "Imagine if this never came out," one user wrote. "Rap history would be so different." Another added, 50 Cent literally saved the game. The emotions ran high. Fans couldn't stop theorizing, and the intrigue only grew. As if that wasn't enough, new twists emerged in the following weeks. Rumors circulated that Ja Rule himself felt personally humiliated and was planning retaliation, not against Eminem directly, but targeting anyone connected to the incident. Sources claimed that members of the crew were being tracked, called out in cryptic messages, and warned that loyalty could mean life or death. Fans are shocked by reports of the paranoia, secret meetings, and midnight confrontations that supposedly unfolded in the shadows. Eminem's personal life reportedly took a hit too. Friends and family reportedly became more protective, fearing that the exposure of this incident would attract new threats. "We can't take any chances now," one family member allegedly said, eyes wide with worry. Emotions ran high as the close circle around Eminem debated whether to go public or keep the story buried. The tension was palpable. Fans have long wondered how much of Eminem's personal security measures were influenced by that night. Meanwhile, in interviews years later, 50 Cent allegedly hinted at what happened without revealing full details. "Let's just say some nights you do what you gotta do," he reportedly said with a smirk. The line sent fans into a frenzy, speculating endlessly about the real story behind the night Eminem almost faced disaster. Emotions ran high in comment sections, forums, and fan groups, with debates about loyalty, bravery, and the hidden dangers of the rap industry dominating conversations for weeks. Even the music was affected. Sources claim that tracks released shortly after the incident carried subliminal references to betrayal, survival, and loyalty. Fans who listened closely reportedly picked up on subtle lyrics that seemed to hint at what had transpired behind the scenes. "You think you can play with me?" One lyric allegedly read, "I got a shadow watching, I got a hand to save me." The connection to that fateful night was debated endlessly, fans dissecting every word for hidden meanings. The fallout also sparked speculation about alliances. Insider reports claim that other artists in the industry were re-evaluating their relationships with both Eminem and 50 Cent. "If he can handle something like this, you want him on your side," one source allegedly said. Rivalries shifted subtly, allegiances were questioned, and fans noticed subtle changes in public interactions, interviews, and collaborations in the months following the incident. Perhaps the most shocking revelation came when insiders claimed that a former member of Ja Rule's crew tried to reach out to Eminem privately, apologizing, explaining, begging for peace. "I never meant it like that," the figure reportedly said. Eminem, sources say, listened carefully but remained cautious. "The past is the past," he reportedly replied. "But don't ever think it's forgotten." The emotions ran high, as forgiveness, grudges, and the weight of the incident hung heavy in the room. Fans were left divided, some praising Eminem's restraint, others shocked by the raw tension between former enemies. In the weeks that followed, the rap community slowly returned to its rhythm, but the story never fully disappeared. Fans continued to speculate. How close did Eminem really come to danger? What would have happened if 50 Cent hadn't stepped in? Were there others involved whose identities remain unknown? Every forum, comment section, and fan page was filled with debates, theories, and shock. And through it all, one thing remained undeniable. 50 Cent's heroics had changed the course of hip-hop history. Fans are still shocked that a single night, a single intervention, and a single act of courage may have saved not just a life, but a career, and perhaps even the future of the rap game itself. Even years after that fateful night, the echoes of what happened continue to reverberate through the hip-hop world. The story of how 50 Cent allegedly saved Eminem from Ja Rule's crew became the stuff of legend, but the truth, as always, is layered with secrets, half-truths, and whispers that fans are still piecing together. According to insiders, the night left lasting scars on everyone involved, shaping careers, relationships, and the very culture of rap itself. In the immediate aftermath, sources claim that both Eminem and 50 Cent became hyper-aware of the precarious nature of fame. Fans are shocked to learn that security protocols were tightened, trusted associates were vetted like never before, and private exits were planned for every major appearance. Eminem, who once roamed stages with seemingly fearless abandon, reportedly became more guarded, more strategic, understanding that the stakes extended far beyond lyrics and music. "It's bigger than rap," he allegedly told a close friend. "It's life and death out here." The ripple effects weren't confined to Detroit. Word of the incident reportedly reached New York and Los Angeles, causing tension among artists who had previously dismissed the threat. According According to insiders, alliances shifted quietly but dramatically. Some artists reportedly sought to align themselves with Eminem and 50 Cent, recognizing the power of loyalty and the importance of protection in a world where one wrong move could be catastrophic. Fans are shocked that the story quietly reshaped networks of trust within the industry. Meanwhile, Ja Rule's camp was allegedly dealing with its own fallout. Sources claim that his crew was forced to reevaluate strategies, apologize privately, and manage the humiliation of being outmaneuvered. "We underestimated him," a former associate reportedly admitted, and the streets will remember that. Emotions ran high, as pride clashed with survival instincts, leaving the crew fragmented and wary of further confrontation. Fans have long debated whether this tension fueled some of Ja Rule's later actions in the music scene. Behind the scenes, personal relationships were tested too. Friends of Eminem reportedly struggled with fear and loyalty, some questioning whether they could trust others after leaks and near betrayals. "It changed everything," one insider allegedly said. "You think you know who's on your side? Then you find out you don't." Emotions ran high, the family was left divided, and the bond between Eminem and 50 Cent became an unshakable constant. Their friendship, forged in fear and trust, became a defining element of both their careers. Fans are still talking about the subliminal references in music that emerged after the incident. According to sources, tracks by both Eminem and 50 Cent contained veiled nods to loyalty, betrayal, and survival. Lines that once seemed ambiguous now take on an entirely new meaning in the context of the near confrontation. "I got eyes everywhere, shadows watch my back," one lyric reportedly reads. "Some nights, you don't see the danger till it's too late." These subtle drops kept fans speculating, debating, and obsessing over the hidden truths in their favorite tracks. Rumors of retaliation persisted for years. Insiders claim that Ja Rule contemplated moves behind the scenes but hesitated, aware that 50 Cent's intervention had tipped the balance of power. The fear of escalation, the potential for violence, and the ever-watchful eye of loyal allies kept tensions simmering but contained. Fans are shocked that what could have been a full-blown feud instead became a story of strategic survival and hidden heroism. The story also influenced the culture of rap news itself. Channels like the ones you watch today, Say Cheese TV, Candidly Cassie, Rap Daily, District Trending, often cite moments like this as evidence of the drama that fuels the industry. The near confrontation between Eminem and Ja Rule's crew, with 50 Cent at the center, has become an almost mythic example of loyalty, courage, and the hidden dangers behind the glamour of fame. Emotions ran high in fan communities, with debates about who was truly brave, who was reckless, and who had shaped the course of history that night. Even today, questions linger. Was there more we don't know? Were other artists involved behind the scenes? Did this event influence collaborations, rivalries, and the very tone of rap music in the 2000s? Fans continue to speculate, piecing together clues from interviews, lyrics, and eyewitness accounts. Each new revelation sparks renewed interest and debate, proving that the story's legacy is far from over. The personal bond between Eminem and 50 Cent, forged in that moment of life-or-death danger, is arguably one of the most enduring outcomes. According to insiders, the loyalty displayed that night has never been questioned. Even in moments of public tension or creative disagreements, the memory of what happened reportedly serves as a reminder. Some bonds go beyond music. They're about survival, trust, and shared history. Fans are shocked by the depth of this connection, which continues to influence collaborations, tours, and the public perception of both artists. The incident also reshaped how fans perceive celebrity and vulnerability. Sources claim that the story has been shared in hushed tones, late-night interviews and cryptic social media posts, reinforcing the idea that even rap legends can be human, afraid and dependent on those they trust. Emotions ran high, empathy surged among fans, and a newfound respect for the behind-the-scenes realities of the industry emerged. The family, Eminem's team, close friends, and allies remained divided in emotions but united in understanding that survival required more than talent. It required loyalty and action, and yet, despite all the drama, questions remain unanswered. What would have happened if 50 Cent hadn't arrived? How close was Eminem to real danger? Were there more players involved whose identities will never be revealed? Fans continue to debate, theorize, and imagine alternate histories, keeping the story alive in forums, fan pages, and private conversations around the world. The legend of that night, the near trap, and the life-saving intervention continues to captivate, decades later. The legacy of that night is undeniable. It's a story of heroism, strategy, and raw emotion, wrapped in the high-stakes world of rap. Fans are shocked, thrilled, and endlessly fascinated by the revelation that one man's courage may have saved a legend and altered the course of hip-hop history. It's a tale of danger, trust, betrayal, and above all, loyalty, the kind that only exists in the rarest, most intense circumstances. And as the world continues to watch, speculate, and celebrate the music, one thing is clear. This story isn't just about Eminem or 50 Cent. It's about the hidden battles behind the spotlight, the moments fans never see, and the truths that are stranger than fiction. The legacy of that night lives on, in lyrics, interviews, and the whispered stories of those who were there. So, what does this all mean for the world of hip-hop? Eminem's near confrontation with J. Rule's crew and the heroics of 50 Cent remind us that behind the music, behind the fame, there's a world filled with danger, loyalty, and decisions that can change history. Fans are shocked by the lengths 50 Cent went to protect his friend, and the story continues to spark debates about loyalty, courage, and the hidden realities of rap life. The truth? We may never know every detail. There are whispers, rumors, and insider accounts, but the full story remains partially hidden, just like the streets that spawned these legends. What we do know is this: one night, one intervention, and one act of courage may have saved a life, a career, and even shaped the future of rap music. Emotions ran high, families were divided, and fans were left questioning everything they thought they knew about their favorite artists. Now it's your turn. What do you think really happened that night? Was 50 Cent's intervention as heroic as insiders say? Did the confrontation leave lasting ripples across the rap world? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if this story shocked you, and don't forget to subscribe for more behind-the-scenes revelations, scandals, and jaw-dropping rap news you won't hear anywhere else. Stay tuned, because in hip-hop, the drama is never over, and the next story could be even crazier.